continue to operate as a wholly owned independent subsidiary and will integrate our development and publishing expertise into Pearl Abyss's operations for all current and future projects. So basically what they're saying is that CCP will remain independent under the whole umbrella of Pearl Abyss. Now time will tell whether this independence will truly remain in place as we progress through the acquisition by Pearl Abyss, but personally I don't see there's going to be many changes happening to EVE right away, particularly because of the price tag. Pearl Abyss paid $425 million for acquisition of CCP's assets. That's quite a large sum of money that Pearl Abyss has to make from the revenue from EVE Online, and I'm sure they did their due diligence and know that making any drastic changes to the core gameplay of EVE will result in very strong pushback from the community. Of course, the biggest concern right now is that Black Desert Online, the MMO developed by Pearl Abyss, is notorious for having a very strong pay-to-win game mechanic to it. In fact, just a recent update to Black Desert Online's western version of the game implemented a way far-reaching pay-to-win model to bring it in line with the Korean version of Black Desert Online. So here's the thing, EVE Online as a game itself is actually older than Pearl Abyss's business. So what makes these two companies, CCP and Pearl Abyss, come together? Well, there's several reasons. All of us know how last year CCP went through massive layoffs, particularly because investors got really unhappy with the performance of the VR department of CCP. Even though they produced top-notch AAA games like Eve Valkyrie and Spark and Gunjack on VR mobile, the revenue just wasn't there because the market for the headsets was still in its infancy, so to speak. And investors did not really want to go long-term on their investment, so that led to the shutdown of all VR game development within CCP, including a few offices worldwide. The investors were really antsy to get their returns back. We also know that CCP's foray into the Chinese market did not work out so well. But with that in mind, CCP has been aggressive into expanding into the Asian market, both on mobile games and through MMOs. I believe it was at this year's FanFest that Helmo showed off the mobile game that's going to be launching sometime soon, primarily because mobile games are very popular in Asia. And of course, last but not least, CCP Games by itself as both developer and publisher has lasted for 20 years. By this time, most private companies either go for the IPO, the initial public offering, get bought out by somebody bigger, or kind of collapse and go away. I'm really not sure if an IPO was in the cards for CCP, so being bought out was the next best thing that was going to happen to them. There have been many attempts to expand beyond EVE Online, particularly with the failed MMO of World of Darkness, Dust 514 that was shut down, and now there are a few more projects on the back burner that I'm going to talk about a bit later, but none have had the success of EVE Online. So with this acquisition, EVE Online and CCP Games are throwing a bit of a lifeline to continue with EVE Online development. And I believe major part of it is the fact that CCP does want to expand aggressively into the Asian market. I am sure with this move there's going to be a lot of new players coming in, as Pearl Abyss has very good expertise selling to the Korean, Chinese and Japanese markets. Now whether this independence from Pearl Abyss will really stick and be maintained for years to come, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm hopeful that it will